Today we'll be working in my workbook called From the High of Mount Sinai to the Low of Kadesh Barnea. Looking at the table of contents, if we can, we've gone through all the chapters through chapter 8. And basically, that's all they're preparing to leave Mount Sinai. They actually do leave Mount Sinai. They grumble and complain as they travel. They finally land in Kadesh Barnea, where then they're preparing to explore the Canaan, the land of milk and honey. And the 12 spies enter it, and they come back with a negative report. At least 10 of them do. And so now we're going to see what happens to that negative report. So, chapter 9, Rebellion and Judgment, Numbers 14, 1 through 25.
That night, all the members of the community raised their voices and wept aloud. All the Israelites grumbled against Moses and Aaron, and the whole assembly said to them, "If only we had died in Egypt or in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us to this land only to let us fall by the sword? Our wives and children will be taken as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to go back to Egypt?" And they said to each other, "We should choose a leader and go back to Egypt."
What did the members of the community do all night?
Raised their voices and wept aloud.
They saw what they needed to do to clear the land from their perspective. To clear the land of Canaanites from a human perspective meant what?
They had to attack the giants.
Right. Did the people think they could do this?
No.
They complained that the Lord was only bringing them to this land to have them fall by
the sword.
Yeah. What did they worry about their wives and children?
Taken as plunder.
By verse 4, what had they decided to do?
Choose a leader and go back to Egypt.
Nehemiah 9:7 says they actually did appoint a leader to return them to Egypt.
And how far along were they? That's a long ways back.
Right. I don't think they ever left.
Yeah. Right. Then Moses and Aaron fell face down in front of the whole Israelite assembly gathered there. Joshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, who were among those who had explored the land, tore their clothes and said to the entire Israelite assembly, "The land we passed through and explored is exceedingly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will lead us into that land, a land of flowing with milk and honey, and will give it to us. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not be afraid of the people of the land, because we will devour them. Their protection is gone, but the Lord is with us. Do not be afraid of them."
Who were the 4 men that attempted to convince the Israelites to take the land?
Moses, Aaron, Joshua, and Caleb.
What were their argument? Go ahead and fill those 4.
The land we passed through and explored is exceedingly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will lead us into that land. And do not be afraid of the people of the land, because we will devour them. Their protection is gone, but the Lord is with us.
Right. The protection of God with them is gone. And so they're ready and ripe to be attacked and lose.
Yep. But the whole assembly talked about stoning them. Then the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all the Israelites. The Lord said to Moses, "How long will these people treat me with contempt? How long will they refuse to believe in me, in spite of all the signs I have performed among them? I will strike them down with the plague and destroy them, but I will make you into a nation greater and stronger than they."
What were the whole assembly of people talking about doing?
Stoning them.
Who appeared to save the lives of the 4?
The Lord.
What does the Lord talk directly to? Who does he talk directly to?
Moses.
What is the Lord's problem? Go ahead and fill those 2.
How long will these people treat me with contempt? How long will they refuse to believe in me in spite of all the signs I have performed among them?
What was the Lord's solution?
strike them with a plague and destroy them.
And do you think Moses will accept God's offer?
Yeah.
He should.
Moses said to the Lord, then the Egyptians will hear about it. By your power, you brought these people up from among them, and they will tell the inhabitants of this land about it. They have already heard that you, Lord, are with these people, and that you, Lord, have been seen face to face, that your cloud stays over them, and that you will go before them in a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. If you put all these people to death, leaving none alive, the nations who have heard this report about you will say, the Lord is not able to bring these people into the land he promised them on so he slaughtered them in the wilderness. Now may the Lord's strength be displayed just as you have declared. The Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love, and forgiving sin and rebellion, yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation. In accordance with your great love, forgive the sin of these people, just as you have pardoned them from the time they left Egypt until now.
Right. So Moses does not accept the Lord's decision. Moses' main reason to disagree with the Lord regarding the people is stated in verse 13. What is it?
Egyptians will hear about it.
Right. Yeah. The people who laughed at the Israelites and stuff would hear about it and realize their God isn't as strong as he thinks he is. He then supports this reasoning with the following points. Who brought the Israelites out of Egypt?
God.
If the Lord kills the Israelites, then who would the Egyptians tell?
They'll tell the Canaan.
Right, the Canaanites, yes. Who do the people of the land of Canaan already know? What do the people of the land of Canaan already know?
The Lord is with the Israelites.
What would these people of the land of Canaan think if the Lord kills the Israelites in the wilderness?
The Lord was not able to bring them to the land of promise.
Believing has made his point. What does he ask of the Lord? Go ahead and fill those in.
Yeah. May the Lord's strength be displayed just as you have declared.
Moses appealed to God's power or strength.
The Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love and forgiving sin and rebellion.
Moses appeals to God's promise in Exodus 34.
In accordance with your great love, forgive the sin of these people just as you have pardoned them from the time they left Egypt until now.
Moses appeals to God's glory.
The Lord replied, I have forgiven them as you asked. Nevertheless, as surely as I live, and as surely as the glory of the Lord fills the whole earth, not one of these who saw my glory and the signs I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, but who disobeyed me and tested me 10 times, not one of them will ever see the land I promised an oath to their ancestors. No one who has treated me with contempt will ever see it.
Did the Lord forgive the people their transgression?
Yes.
However, there was consequences for their sin. What is the consequence of those who rejected the idea of taking the land of Canaan?
Not one of them will see the land I promised. I promised an oath to their ancestors.
What did the Israelites say in Numbers 14:2?
If only we had died in Egypt or the wilderness.
So now they will. They'll die in the wilderness. Don't give God any ideas. How many times had the Israelites tested the Lord?
6 times in Mount Sinai. And how many happened at Mount Sinai? 1. And how many happened after they left Mount Sinai? 3.
Right. So actually, it's been a total of 10 times if you look up here in verse 22. So a total of 10 times, right? How many happened before they got to Mount Sinai? I think, so what did
Yeah.
you say? 6,
Oh,
1 and
I
3?
skipped that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I skipped that 10 times.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then 6, 1, and 3.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
And here's the examples of all that. We're not going to go this in detail, but basically at the Red Sea, they complained of the impending death by the Egyptians. At Moriah, they grumbled about bitter water. At the desert of Sin, they complained about lack of food. At hoarding manna, disobeying instructions not to keep manna overnight. The Sabbath manna, attempting to collect manna on the seventh day. Rephidim, quarreling and grumbling due to lack of water, the golden calf committing idolatry at Mount Sinai, Taberah complaining about hardships, Hebroth Hatava lusting for meat and rejecting manna, and then Kadesh Barnea refusing to enter the promised land based on the faithless report of the spies. So those were the 10 times that they tested the Lord.
But because my servant Caleb has a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly, I will bring him into the land he went to, and his descendants will inherit it. Since the Amalekites and the Canaanites are living in the valleys, turn back tomorrow and set out toward the desert along the route to the Red Sea.
Of all the men 20 years and older, who alone will survive to go into the promised land?
Caleb.
Joshua will as well, also the line of priests, because they didn't involve themselves. Why would Caleb and Joshua be able to go into the promised land?
Because they have a different spirit.
Right. Who are living in the valleys in the wilderness of Paran?
And Amalekite and
Amalekites, yeah.
Canaanite. Yeah.
Right. And therefore, the Israelites were to turn back to where?
Desert along the Red Sea.
Right, yeah. Highlight the return route from Kadesh Barnea to Ezon Geber. Remember, they're on their way there. It will take them time to get there. So yeah, Kadesh Barnea, and then they're going to take this little loop back to Ezon Geber. It's going to take a while because they're in this little spot. It's about right there where my thing is. I don't know if you can see my little cross,
Yeah,
but it's about Mount
right.
Hers right there where they have to go to first before they come down. So
That's
it's
weird how they
how
have to go all the way around.
yeah. Well, they were directed to Mount Hur first, and so now how Moses retells it. Go ahead and read that.
Deuteronomy 1:28 through 40. Our brothers have made our hearts melt in fear. They say the people are stronger and taller than we are. The cities are large, with walls up to the sky. We even saw the Anakites there. Then I said to you, do not be terrified, do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God, who is going before you, will fight for you, as he did for you in Egypt before your very eyes and in the wilderness. There you saw how the Lord your God carried you as a father carries his son all the way you went until you reached this place. In spite of this, you did not trust in the Lord your God, who went ahead of you on your journey, in fire by night and in a cloud by day, and search out places for you to camp and to show you the way you should go. When the Lord heard what you said, he was angry and solemnly swore, no one from this evil generation will see the good land I swore to give your ancestors except Caleb, son of Jephunneh. He will see it, and I will give him and his descendants the land he set his feet on, because he followed the Lord wholeheartedly. Your assistant, Joshua, son of Nun, will enter it. Encourage him, because he will lead Israel to inherit it. And the little ones that you said would be taken captive, your children who do not yet know good from bad, they will enter the land. I will give it to them, and they will take possession of it. But as for you, turn around and set out toward the desert along the route to the Red Sea.
How had the Lord been with them on their journey?
Since Egypt.
Right. Yeah, he's traveled with them on the Egypt, and he's given many miracles, given them food, done all these things for them on their journey. What land will Caleb inherit?
The land he set his feet on.
Right. Who will lead the Israelites into the promised land?
Joshua.
And go ahead and complete number 4.
And the little ones you said would be taken captive, your children who do not know good from bad, they will enter the land.
Yeah, do not know good from bad. That's under the age of accountability, so it's about 5. It is at this time they start their wanderings from Kadesh Barnea or Rithma and eventually arriving at Ezon Geber. See next page. Okay. So you see all that mess there. This was a map that took me forever to find. Took me forever to find.
Wow.
And
Wow.
they are going, so they travel all around and do all this. This is in their 38 years of wandering. And I say 38 instead of 40 is because they've almost gone 2 years when they've left Egypt. So that's the balance is the 38. But so yeah, so we don't need to read all this, but basically that's what they're going to end up doing
Yeah.
in their 38 years of wandering. Alrighty. The Israelites worried that their wives and their children would be taken as
Plunder.
number 5. The Lord threatened to strike down the people with a
Plague.
6. In his disagreement with the Lord, Moses said they
Egyptians.
would hear about the Lord killing the people. Number 8. In verse 8, it was said that the
Protection.
of the people of the land was gone. Number 9. How many times has the Israelites tested the Lord?
10.
Number 10. The whole congregation wanted to
Stone.
the 4 men. 1 down. Both the
Amalekites.
Amorites, yeah, Anakites or whatever. Yeah, Amorites. I don't know which one. And the Canaanites live in the valleys. 2, the 4 men who stood with God were Moses, Aaron,
Caleb.
and Joshua. 3, the Israelites thought they should even choose another
Leader.
to take them back to Egypt. And 7, no one who has treated me with
Contempt.
will ever see the promised land. Right? So.
Right. I would obey.